Good afternoon. Thank you for being here in this space. My name is Andrea Noreña and I am in representation of the team to present the service learning project, social and sustainable volunteering learning by doing a service for the community, based at Social Work Faculty at Complutense University of Madrid. Where firstly, we wanted to show you these structures. You can see there were many institutions who were part of the project from inside and outside the university. Faculties, departments, vice chancellors, organizations, they all contributed to make this project a reality. We also counted with the students from masters and degrees at Social Work Faculty. Well, the main objective of this project was to form ambassadors of the Sustainable Development Goals in the university, to share the message of inclusive and social sustainability inside university and outside university. To make this possible, we formed two groups. The first one was a driving one and the second one was a pedagogy one. Why the pedagogy one? Because we have students from social work faculty, but we also have people with intellectual disabilities. So we have to adapt the contents for these people so they could receive the same information as the other part of the groups. They will be called from now and then volunteers. So what do we want to answer? We wanted to answer the need of social participation through volunteer action, but also knowledge through sharing experience from informal education, but also the Sustainable Development Goals, how the 2030 agenda could connect with our reality nowadays. Where in this part of the presentation, we wanted to tell you about the sessions, the training the volunteers received, and firstly, we wanted them to create participation awareness, solidarity, altruism, and self-knowledge of their own capacities. We also talk about so many SDGs, as you can see. So as you can see, so many of the sessions were inside the classroom, and some of the activities, and they were really different from the formal education. We could have activities of teamwork where they could explore their capacities and creativity, making the classroom a really inclusive space. So during these sessions, we have one that is really important for this kind of projects, the introduction to the service phase. So we decided to do a social and sustainable projects introduction to socialize inclusive projects and how through a play of representative fragments of El Quijote de la Mancha by Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, they could transmit the SDGs learning. In the same way, there were many partnerships and synergies who took part during these sessions, as the participation of the fine arts and information science faculty students. Where you can see here, there were also open spaces where the volunteers had the opportunity to share experiences and learnings, university allotments, and environmental education classroom, where they could interact with examples of sustainable cities and link it to social work opportunities and diversity inclusion. As an example of the synergies I just told you with students from other faculties, as you can see in these pictures, in one of them, the volunteers experienced a corporate expression workshop that allowed them to work on their own social and personal needs. Also with these synergies, we had a graphic report of the play produced by Compañía La Tramoya of the adaptation of the Quixote rides with the SDGs. This show represents the service phase of the project. Through a trip inside Quixote's mind, they could express concerns about climate crisis, gender equality, etc. So this play has been shown in different places inside and outside university, like a university contest and in a different cultural centers in Madrid, showing how inclusion is possible, showing their own concerns about what they have learned. So now this is the cast of the play I've just told you. There are students from social work faculty, but also people with intellectual disabilities who now have an opportunity of inclusive jobs from inside and outside the university, sharing their message of SDGs. Well, the product of the project we call strong links of social responsibility, comprehension, and changes makers, but also social interactions, students, teachers, management people, professionals, and all participators of the project, networking and alliances, connection with other faculties too. Well, at the end of the project, we had the opportunity of evaluation. Firstly, it was a process evaluation and a results evaluation. This last one was through the technique, the most significant change. There is a participatory technique where the volunteers had the opportunity to share their own experiences. So through sharing their stories, they could tell what the most significant change was for them, and then they could choose between all of them stories which of them was the most representative for them during this experience in the project. Was another part of the evaluation was the processes evaluation, where we could understand how the project was developed through its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and also the satisfaction of the volunteers during all this process. Well, just finishing this presentation, this is part of a team who made this possible during last year. Now we are getting ready to start the second volume of the project for this academic year to keep forming changes makers with inclusive perspectives. Thank you so much for this time. We will be looking forward to hearing some of your questions. Thank you. We will love to see you around social work roads, and the Quixote will keep riding with his mind around the globe. Thank you.